Kali Linux installation. So the most advanced penetration testing distribution. Kali Linux is an open source Debian-based Linux distribution that is geared towards various information security tasks such as penetration testing, security research, computer forensics, and reverse engineering. So you just go to the kali.org and then click and download. So I'm gonna show you how to do it for Windows 11. So Microsoft Windows 11, that's the one that I have in my computer. Okay, so choose your platform. You have two choices: the installer images and the virtual machine. So I'm gonna pick the virtual machines and I'm gonna grab the VirtualBox. Okay, so in order to do this, you just click in VirtualBox here, and what it's gonna do, this is gonna take this is gonna be taking quite some time. So it's gonna send us to the download, and here is gonna appear the Kali Linux documentation. Okay, so you are just gonna click here in VirtualBox and it's gonna download. It's gonna be around like 3.4 gigabytes, so it's gonna take a while. Once you do that, you also gonna have to get the VirtualBox. Okay, you can do it with the VMware Hyper-V, but in this video I'm gonna show you how to do it with the VirtualBox. So you just go here in the virtualbox.org, and I'm gonna leave you all the links for this. Okay, so just click download and you are gonna have the information for the VirtualBox, and it's gonna go to your download, and it's gonna be here in the, well, I already have VirtualBox, so it's gonna go to your downloads. Let me see, download. You click here, download, and you go virtual. Well, first you pick the one that you're using. For example, it's gonna be Windows host. I'm doing it for Windows. I don't have a Mac, I have a Windows. And once the installation is complete, you can go and have the VirtualBox extension pack. So accept and download. Again, accept and download at your own risk. But again, this is a very useful. A lot of people are using Kali Linux for penetration testing. Okay, so once you do that, once you download the VirtualBox, I already downloaded, so I'm not gonna do it again because this one it takes some time. So it takes some time to download. And also while you're at it, so go to the 7-zip.org and download this one. So for Windows I'm using the 64-bit, so download it, and this is to compress the files. Okay, so let me see, I am here. So pretty much you're gonna download the what it was here. You're gonna download the Kali Linux, and it's gonna be this one, the virtual machine. You're gonna pick this one, and you're gonna pick the VirtualBox. So once you click here, a lot of files are gonna appear here, and for example, it's gonna be Kali. Okay, I don't have it here. Why? Because I extracted it. Okay, so for example, let me show you. Let me put, I don't know, Kali. Let me put it something like a Kali. Okay, so you're gonna have some files here in your download. So what you're gonna do once you have installed the once you have installed this one, in order to extract the files, what you're gonna do is, so you can just click in more, and then you can just go to the 6 and then compress Kali, or just compress Kali. What is that? Yeah, compress to Kali and email, add to Kali, compress to email, add archive, compress in email, add to Kali. Okay, so yeah, once you have it here, once all these files are, you can extract it. And in order to extract the URL, I put it in my, I don't have that option because I don't have any files here, but I have extracted it, and I put it here in my DC. For example, if I go right here in my I have in Kali, this folder Kali. This is the one that you need to have. So you're only gonna be showing to the Kali Linux virtual, all the stuff that is finishing that VDI, and the other that finishing that VirtualBox. Okay, so you're only gonna have these two. Okay, so once you have extracted it and you have I don't know, you can save it in documents. I save it in my DC, that's fine. So once you do that, okay, you can, assuming that you have opened your virtual machine, this Oracle VirtualBox, and this is pretty straightforward. You just accept. This is pretty straightforward, so you don't have to pretty much have, how to say, you're not gonna have many problems. So just click install, nothing fancy. Okay, so okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna click open, and you're gonna go into the Kali, and you are gonna grab the, what it was, Kali Linux, and I think it has only two VirtualBox. Yeah, you're gonna pick the VirtualBox and you're gonna click it. Okay, and then you should be able to see something like this. Okay, so right now I'm gonna start it because I already have it installed. Again, it's 4 gigabytes when you install the Kali Linux, so it's gonna take a while you install it. So make sure that you install the Kali Linux. And let me see, make sure that you install obviously the Oracle VirtualBox Manager. Okay, so as you can see, it's starting. So VirtualBox Oracle, and okay, it's welcome, all this stuff, that's fine. Kali Linux, and by default the username is Kali and the password is Kali. Okay, so you can configure it to be different, but that is by default. Okay, so once you install that, once you install Oracle, you also need the 7-zip so you can extract those files, because once you download the Kali Linux, it's gonna be download to your download folder, but it's gonna be in a zip file, so you need to extract those files and bring it to your whatever, to documents folder. I put it in my CD, so I'm gonna enter here with Kali, and my password also is gonna be Kali. Okay, log in. Yeah, so for example, now I am inside of this virtual machine, so Kali Linux, all the stuff. When you, for example, if you, what is this here in my PC, logo and Kali. Okay, so you only gonna see these two files. All these files here I have, they have been added once I've been using this. For example, okay, so right now this is my Kali Linux. Okay, so as you can see, it's running, and here you can see some information in my details. I have some snapshots, some logouts, and the resource. For example, as you can see, for example, this username Kali, password Kali. You can change it if you want here. The display, the storage. Also, one important thing is, for example, if I go here to my what is this? Okay, so to my CPU. Okay, and if I go to my CPU, make sure that virtualization is enabled. Okay, so you have that. I can see the CPU, I can see the memory, all the stuff, let's see. Okay, and I'm using an Asus laptop, and this has 16 gigabytes of RAM, for example. Okay, so this is important. Why? Because if we're gonna go right here, this is the virtual machine, so we can click here, and pretty much I'm opening oops, yeah, I'm opening no, this is not Google, this is let me see. Yeah, so pretty much I can go into those links by default, but this is HTTPS, for example. They're gonna give you this information here. Okay, so you can have this file, machine, view, input devices, all this stuff. You can check it out later. um, we can have, I don't know, YouTube, Reddit, all this stuff comes by default. This is my website that I put it. I was playing around here, so this is my YouTube channel, so I'm checking it now from the Kali Linux. Okay, so that's fine. So it's taking a little bit. Yeah, it takes some time because I'm not allocating that much space, so I'm just gonna close it. As you can see, it's working. And now we are gonna go into, let me see, I can close this one, and virtual preference, I think it was, or machine settings. Okay, machine settings. And as you can see, let me see, we have the identity in general, identity, features, description, and here you can change your password. For example, you may change it to root, admin, whatever, and your username. Then you can change your password. Again, for example, I'm gonna put it, I don't know, maybe root, and also I'm gonna put it root. Okay, root. Yeah, that will be my password. I can save it. That's fine. And if I go to the virtual machine settings and I go to descriptions, okay, my username and my password, as you can see it. Okay, so this is for educational purposes, so you can check it out. But obviously it's not a good idea to show your password information. Okay, so what else do we have? Features, description, that's fine. Okay, so let's go to the system. As you can see, I have base memory and I have allocated 3,250 megabytes. Okay, of what? Of 16,000 megabytes. Okay, so this is what I have allocated. This is from the motherboard. Now in the processor I have allocated 5 CPUs. Okay, so the minimum that you can allocate is 1 and the maximum is 16. Obviously you're not gonna allocate the 16, but that's the reason it's getting maybe a little bit slow. But you can put it at 4,000 megabytes, or just, yeah, pretty much at 4 megabytes. In this one also 4 CPU, that will be fine. That is the display. Now we can go, well, that was the system. Now we can go to the display, and again the screen, 128 megabytes, all the stuff here. And controller, if you go to controller SATA and you click here, it's gonna, the virtual size that it can have is 80 gigabytes, but the actual size that it's using is 14.64 gigabytes. Okay, that's that is the storage. Okay, then we have the audio, the network. Keep in mind that by default it's set to NAT. You can set it to the bridge, but that is if you have, I don't know, like a home connection. But that is gonna make it visible to other laptops that are in your network, in your home network. So NAT is more secure, so just keep it at NAT. Okay, and then just pretty much we have that. So you also have the expert, and we can leave it like that. But just to recap, I was thinking about and pretty much downloading the whole, uninstall the whole thing and just do it as we go, but it takes a while. So again, just recap, you go to Kali and you go to download, you go to the virtual machine and you pick the VirtualBox. Okay, you click here and it's gonna download and it's gonna take a while. You go to the VirtualBox now and you go to download. If you have a Mac, okay, I'm suppose you're doing it from the Mac, but I have a Windows, so a Windows 11, and I picked this one, the Windows host. After I download it, and the installation for the VirtualBox is pretty straightforward. So then once you have installed that, you can come here again and then just got the VirtualBox extension pack, accept and download, and again it's pretty straightforward. And yeah, you can, this is yeah, for extract the files. So this is the 7c files. Maybe you have another program, but if you don't have, you can use this one. So once the Kali has been installed, it's gonna be here in your downloads. From here you just right click and extract it, and you extract those files to whatever whatever folder you see convenient. Yeah, maybe you can wanna put in documents, maybe you wanna put in whatever. I put it right here in my local disk C, and this one I put it right here. Okay, so you have extracted it and you put it in your local disk C. So you just pretty much, once you do that, you just click in the Oracle Virtual Manager. So it's gonna come here, you just click open. So you click open, and you need to go into the folder that you have installed, the Kali Linux. So in my case, C, and then you just grab, you're only gonna have two choices here. And let me see, we're gonna grab the blue one. You're gonna have the red one and a blue one. You just pick this one and just install it. Okay, and if you did everything correct, so you're gonna be able to see your Kali virtual machine. Okay, so Kali Linux, and from here you're gonna be able to pretty much do your penetration testing. So again, you can allocate all the what you want. So the machine, what else we have here, view, you can play around with this.